Hello everyone. Have you watched the movie The Jaws, the very first one? And do you remember this scene here? Dolly Zoom effect? Or this effect has the nickname the Vertigo Effect. The Vertigo is the movie title filmed by Alfred Hitchcock. This Dolly Zoom effect is very useful for creating some dramatic scene in filmmaking. So today I'm going to show you how to make this type of Dolly Zoom effect or vertigo effect using Animate CC. So let's get started. So this is what we're going to make today. Okay, so same effect but different background. So as you can see that while the background image is zooming out, and then on the main character, this climber, is kind of a little bit zooming in. So the principle of this dolly zoom is while your camera angle or your camera is kind of moving forward, and then at the same time your lens is gonna be the zooming out, or vice versa. So let's do that. Okay, so first let's create a new document. 600 pixel by 750, so it's kind of a little portrait orientation because eventually I'm going to upload this video on my Instagram. Frame rate is a 24 frame rate and HTML5 canvas, and create it. Okay. And then please download the images I provided in my description. Those are imported to my library. You're going to see a few images, and then please download climber.png and mountain 1, 2, 3 into the library. So you see this. Okay, so we have a climber, mountain 1, 2, and 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this mountain 1 to 3 images as a graphic symbol, and I'm going to explain why. So let me create a new graphic symbol. I will rename it as MT1, mountain 1, and let me place my mountain 1. And then in my properties panel, I will locate it on 0 point. Okay, x, y, and 0 by 0. And then back to library, let me do the same thing for the MT2 and MT3. So MT2 as a graphic symbol, mountain 2, properties, x and y 0 by 0. 0. Okay, and the library, create another graphic symbol, mountain number 3, and mountain number 3. Same thing in my properties panel, set the x and y coordination 0 by 0. And back to library. So let me check. MT1, MT2, and MT3. Good. So let me go back to my main scene. So I'm on scene 1 now. And then I'm going to place my mountain 1 graphic symbol first as a background. Mountain 1. And as you can see this image is kind of twice bigger than my document size. So let me open my align panel. If you do not see this, it is under Windows and Align. Okay, and then check Align to Stage. Let me center it horizontal and the vertical center. So it is centered. I'm going to rename this layer as a background, BG layer. And let me create a new layer for the climber layer, and then I'm going to have that climber.png file up here. This climber image, what I did, let me open my Photoshop file. This is the original document, this one. Okay, and then I downloaded this file from the pexels.com, which is a great site. And then I clipped this climber only, just like this, and cropped into this. by keeping the transparent background, and then I saved it as the PNG file. Okay, so let me go back to my Animate CC here. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. It's too big. Okay, I'm going to place it here. Let me make sure. Okay, so it looks good. Okay, so as I briefly mentioned, the basic principle is we're going to zoom out the background image. So background image is going to be kind of, it will be zooming out. And at the same time, my camera is going to move forward. So basically this climber is going to be kind of focus, and then that guy will be staying as a kind of the same size, or it's going to be slightly bigger. Okay, so the camera move and then the background, the zooming effect is going to be opposite. Okay, so let me do this. This climber I'm going to make a little bit smaller. So let me choose my free transform tool. By holding down the shift key, let me make it a little bit smaller, just like this. And I will place it somewhere here. Okay. Okay, now I'm ready to move. So first thing is, let me highlight the 2-second mark on both layers, meaning background and the climber, and then insert the keyframe by clicking this button. Now select both layers, hold down the shift key and select the top layer. So I'm selecting both, and place your mouse cursor somewhere in between. Then hold down the control or right click and choose create classic twin. Okay, so nothing's happening. So first, in my background layer, my playhead is located on 2-second mark, and then let me select my background image. Let me zoom out a little bit, and then select your free transform tool, hold down the shift, and make it fit to your document. So this is happening. Just like this. It's not too bad, but I want to make this climber getting a little bit bigger slightly. Okay, so that means on my first keyframe of this climber layer, select the image, and using free transform tool, I'm going to make him a little bit smaller, like this. Maybe not too much, and then move down. So while my background image is getting smaller, and then this climber, this person, is getting a little bit bigger. It's kind of a vice versa, like this. Okay, but also I want to give some little more kind of extra kind of a fun. So let me highlight the first 2 keyframes at the same time. Open the properties panel, and in your properties panel you will see that effect and classic is. I'm going to set to -100, and you will see the difference. See, getting a little faster. Remember the jaws? It's kind of the same thing. Okay, now after this I want to have a text on top. So let me insert a new layer, and then on 2-second mark, let me just insert another keyframe. Let me just type it. Top of the word. Your typographic choice is all yours. I'm gonna make it slightly bigger than that. Somewhere here. I want to make sure. Yep, they're centered. Top of the word, maybe a little up, a little higher. Okay. Now, I'm going as I showed you, I want to do some kind of a text animation. So first thing is selecting my text top of the word. There are numbers of letters, and let me break apart, modify, break apart. Then I will assign individual layer per letter. So under modify, timeline, and distribute to layers. See that? Okay. Okay, that's good. And then this letter now, I'm going to break apart again as a graphic. Because normally I do this because as a graphic I can have some more effect and that looks better than just the text animation itself. Okay, now let me highlight all first keyframes of all letters, and then no, actually you don't have to. Let me highlight maybe somewhere here 55 all text layers, frame number 55, and insert a keyframe. Don't worry about the white background. And then now highlight all layers, all layers. Hold down the shift key and you can select everything. Now place your mouse cursor somewhere in between and hold down the control key or right click and create classic twin, just like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is from the very first letter T, let me scroll down, T, the very first one here. Let me open the free transform and the transform panel. If you do not see this, it is under Windows menu and transform. Make sure you check this constraint button. I'm going to make it 400% larger, and under color effect choose the alpha and I will set to 0. So meaning it does this, like this. Okay. And then I will do the same thing for each letter. Letter O, transform tool, 400% larger, and color effect, alpha 0. See? Okay. So I will do some fast forward for the all other letters so we can save some time. Okay, so I think I'm done with all letters. See, so they are coming in all together. Okay, but I want to do some more kind of stuff on that. So I highlighted all the first keyframe of all letters by holding down the shift key, so you can select the first and the last keyframes. And then in the properties panel, I'm going to change this ease option to 100. So they are kind of coming in a little bit and it's getting slower, but it happens so quick. Okay. Okay. Then now, like I showed you, each letter is supposed to be coming in on kind of a slightly different timeline. So by keeping some time gap. So T first letter is okay. What I'm going to do is, let me select the next layer, letter O. I'm going to move it to the right just a little bit like this. And the P layer, same amount like this. O, next, and the next. Oh, it was too much. And the next. And the next. the next. We're almost getting there. And my last letter. Okay, so this is what's happening. But the problem is at the end, I only have letter D only. So what I need to do is I just need to keep everything the same position. So except the top layer, letter D, and then from the second layer, which is letter L layer, highlight the frame, all the way scroll down, hold down the Shift key, and click on the same frame. So we select all frames except the very top layer. Then insert a keyframe. Now this is happening. Okay. Again. Okay. And then let me play this on my web browser so we can see how it works. Under Windows menu, no, Control, Test Movie in browser. Oh, I have the mistake on my disclaimer, so I'm gonna move it down a little bit. So it keeps kind of looping, but I want to give some kind of little more time so people can read my text top of the word. So I'm gonna make it stay maybe 3 more seconds or something. But the first thing is I need to make some changes. Let me move back. Oh yes, that's why. I'm gonna move this down. Okay, it's gonna better. Okay, so it is almost like a 4-second animation. So what I'm gonna do is on 7-second mark, let me highlight the bottom layer all the way up to the top layer. Let me insert a keyframe. And let me test again. Control, test movie. Yep, so it looks better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I think 3-second delay is okay. Okay, so as you can see that the background is zooming out and this guy is kind of slightly zooming in because I'm moving my camera forward. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is remember that in the library we have the 2 more the mountain images. So I will just change the background very easily by swapping. Maybe you may refer my previous video as well. I will make a link up there too in my descriptions as well. So first thing is I'm gonna select my background layers and highlight the first keyframe, click on my image. I'm clicking my image on my stage and open my properties panel. You see that this button, swap symbol, click on it. Now you're gonna see that the graphic symbol, mountain number 2. That's why we converted each image as a graphic symbol. So we can just swap it. So okay. Highlight the second keyframe, click on my image, swap symbol as a mountain number 2. Okay. So you can just swap it on each keyframe only. Select the image, swap symbol, mountain number 2. Okay. I think I only have one more. The last one. Swap symbol, mountain number 2. Okay. Let me test the movie again on my web browser. See, now this is a second image. I like this one. Top of the word. Okay. Let me repeat the same step for the third one, my third graphic symbol background image again. So my first keyframe, click on my image, swap symbol, mount to number 3, OK. Second keyframe, click on image, swap symbol, mount to number 3, OK. I think I can make a rhyme. Click on image, swap symbol, mount to number 3, OK. And the last one. Click on image, swap symbol, mount to number 3, OK. And let me test the movie. See, so now this is the third one. Okay, so this is it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.